I'm in Portsmouth today for Motorboat and Yachting, looking at this used Rodman 800. Now the important thing to know about Rodman is they're Spanish built, and Rodman build a lot of commercial vessels, and that really echoes through on boats like this because they're a really solid and well put together little boat. And this one, as you can see, obviously is out of the water, so it gives us a chance to have a look underneath, and you can see it's conventional shaft drive, so very straightforward, very workmanlike, and in fact they did this with single and twin engines. This one's a twin, you can see the other propeller just over there. This one's also had rope cutters fitted, which is a nice idea. That's what these taps here are, and you can see the rudders then in behind. And these are what they call tunneled props, so you can see they've put these, they are like tunnels in, which means the props can be a little bit closer to the hull, which reduces the shaft angle, makes them a bit more efficient, and reduces the height of the engines inside the boat. Anyway, we're going to go on board and have a quick look at this one and tell you a bit more about it. Now these are a very functional boat, extremely popular with people who are into fishing, which the owner of this one is, and that's why it's got things like these extra rod holders on. These are the standard rod holders here, and you'll notice there's no seating out here, so you can stand right around the back and do your fishing. Obviously you can put some director chairs and that kind of thing out here if you want to. They have very nice decks on these boats, so they're an easy boat to move around. Considering this is only 8 meters, you've got pretty decent side decks, nice handrails, rails up on here as well. Again, it's that sort of workman-like roots showing through. It's an extremely workable boat. Electric anchor winch on this one up at the front. And it's just a nice, proper little motorboat. Now this one's got the Flybridge. The Flybridge was actually an option. They did another version which was just like a hard top, so just a solid roof above the wheelhouse, nothing above that. The Flybridge is fairly small, it is only an 8 meter boat. Nonetheless, it is giving you another helm position. So you've got something to drive outside if the weather's good, or of course it's very useful when you're manoeuvring because you have such a great view from up here of around the boat. You can see every corner of it, you can see exactly what you're doing. As mentioned, this one's twin engines, so you've got the twin controls on here, and it makes it a very manoeuvrable boat indeed. There's a little arch up here as well, so your radar and your antenna and that kind of thing are all up here, out of the way. But we'll go and have a look inside, and I'll show you what that's all about. So in here again, it's very straightforward. We've got the helm over on the port side, and over to starboard you've got this seating area, which I believe converts to a double berth. You can see that there's a little ridge there and there, so you can drop the table down onto there and infill that to make that an extra berth. Now most of these boats got Volvo Penta engines, either twin TAMD 31 engines, which are 150 horsepower, or a single CAD 260 or 300, which was 260 horsepower or 285 horsepower. This one's actually quite unusual. It's got Yanmars, which a few of them got, and they're pretty big. This one's got a pair of 200 horsepower engines, so it'll give this boat speeds up in the high 20s and cruising very comfortably in the low to mid 20s. So quite a quick boat, and quite a well equipped one, this one as well. You can see it's got the Raymarine multifunction display, radar on here as well, and your VHF and all that kind of stuff is up the top. If we step down a little bit further, got a nice little galley area down here. So there's a hob underneath there, and your sink and a little cooker built in, and the fridge is down here. So it is compact, but it is a small boat, and it's everything that you need. And opposite that then, heads. So just a sea toilet and a sink, and I think there's a shower. Yes, there's a shower that pulls out of there as well. And so the final thing that you have down here then is the sleeping cabin, and that's in here. Permanent double berth, pretty decent size. There's a hatch up above it as well, so you've got a nice bit of light into here. But it's just a lovely, solid, practical little boat. I think is a hanging locker. Yes, there we go. And that, to be perfectly honest with you, is about it. It's such a straightforward boat. There's not a lot else to show you. Now Rodman built these until 2003, and then it finished, but actually they then introduced a Rodman 870, and that is pretty much this boat but upgraded, mostly cosmetics. Things like this has got the two-piece windscreen with the centre bar On the 870, that's just a single piece. So they just updated the boat a bit, and that one's still going. So it's been a very successful boat for Rodman, and you can see why. It's a nice, solid, and I'm sure very capable little boat.